All right, welcome to this episode. I am Bill Snodgrass, and this is a day in the life coffee chat style episode. The topic for today is a kind of a decision-making concept, and the question that I'm going to discuss is, should you even be doing that thing? Should you even be doing that thing, whatever that thing is? And I'm going to kind of lead this conversation through a series of ideas and questions that will answer that for you. Should you even be doing that thing? So if you have a plan, and part of the plan is to do this thing, and you're working towards this thing should you even be doing that? Does the plan fit into your life? Does the goal the plan is helping you achieve, should you even have that goal? All of these things in this episode. So that's going to be pretty exciting. It is 15 degrees on the drive in this morning. That's pretty chilly, 15 degrees. I was not out in that very long. Out of the car, into the building. But yeah, 15 degrees, kind of not a balmy summer day by any stretch. Going on today, this is one of our days where we have half the classes on one day. This is the day I have my computer programming class, and also there is photography club after school today, and there is a swim meet tonight. So this is gonna be a long day. It is 6:25 right now, 6:25, and so got to get some things done with the videos, and then I'm gonna get started on and get my agendas all set for today. They're all done except for the computer class. So anyway, I got some things to do this morning, and we'll check in with you in a few minutes. So should you even be doing that thing that you're doing? Should you even be doing it? Let's find out. The first question you need to ask about regarding whether you should be doing something or not is in relationship to your life goals, your life mission, those big things that you want to really see develop in your life. That might be career advancement. It might be that you have a small business and you want to increase your clientele. You want to grow your business. It might be a personal trait that you're trying to develop. It might be all of those things. All of those things might be part of your life mission. This thing that you're considering, should I do this or should I not do this? Does it fit in with any of those things that you have defined? Is it going to move you towards those things? Just because it doesn't necessarily mean that it is something you should do. But if it doesn't, it brings in a second question. Let's say you're on this groove of doing your life mission thing, and you want to go do this other thing. It's like, hey, here's an example. You're on a road trip. This is kind of the metaphor. The road trip is your life, and you're driving along, and you're making progress towards your goal. And you see a road sign that says, "Don't miss America's greatest quilt museum." There really is such a place. I see it on the side of the road sometimes. I forget. Somewhere between here and my parents' house is the world's greatest quilt museum. Now, pulling off and going to the quilt museum, does that advance you towards your goal? No. Does it interfere with your goal? Except to the extent that it takes time. It's not like you're going the opposite direction. You're just pulling over and making a stop. So if that is something that would be life enriching for you, and it doesn't interfere with your goals, then maybe it's okay to make that stop. We're not done yet though. There's some other factors. So the first factor is, how does this thing you're considering fit in with your life goals? Is it a roadside attraction that you're going to just enjoy for a little while and then get back on the road? Or is it a detour that's going to take you back the opposite direction because, you decided, instead of going home, I'm going to go over here to this other place that's in the opposite direction. Apparently I live this way and opposite is that way. So that's your first question about should you even be doing this thing? Should you even be doing it? People in the creator community where the creating is kind of a side thing. So you have like all this time and energy allocated into getting paid and buying groceries, and then you have this time and energy that's allocated into your creative expression of yourself. And then all the things that you want to do they fit in this box? Do they fit in this box? And then you've got family time, and I don't know what order you put them in. Probably you're going to put, family, job, creativity, all those things. Where does this thing that you want to do fit? Does it fit in any of those boxes? And then you may have another little box called roadside attractions. Does it fit in there? All right, so that's the first question. Does it fit with your life mission, or does it interfere with your life mission? All right, so I did that thing where I published a video instead of scheduling it. So my road trip 2 video, the road trip 2 video was supposed to come out today, but instead of hitting the schedule button, I've done this so many times in the last couple months, I published it. So now I'm publishing what would have been tomorrow's video. So this video will be tomorrow's video now, but anyway, so I am publishing today's video, which would be yesterday's video if you're watching this one, unless something happens and I publish this one in the wrong time too. And then today is also the 10th. I have a podcast to come out today. Today's the 10th, so I'm doing podcasts on all the even days, or at least that's my plan going into January. So I'm doing podcasts on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, all that stuff. So I have a podcast coming out today. It is an audio out of a previous SNAPlife video from earlier in the year that I thought was pretty good one, or last season. So the 12th, which will be, I guess that's Sunday, will be the next podcast. So looking forward to. So I've got a topic that was suggested by one of the guys I subscribe to. He subscribes to me, about using your abilities to get the most done, and then using your tools to fill in where you. And this is a really interesting concept. I see it on in the classroom on a daily basis, where you can do something one way and you just do it. But then you get to the place where you need to look something up. Then you need to know how to use your tools in order to be a success. So that's going to be a SNAPlife episode. So what I'm doing in this very second is I am doing the closed captions. I don't do the whole video, but I do part of the video where it's really messed up. And one day in the last month, when I say, "Hi, this is Bill Snodgrass," the auto captioning actually got Snodgrass out of that. Sometimes it gets the Bill, sometimes it doesn't. It almost never gets Snodgrass. It wants me to be Sawyer or Sayers or Sawgrass or anything but. But one time I got it. All right, so we got to get back to this concept of should you even be doing something? So first of all, we mentioned, is it fit in with your mission? Now here's the next one. This one's going to be a little bit arguable by some people, because this relies on a moral, ethical foundation, and there's some people who throw that out and just say, whatever, But the second question is, does this fit with who I am morally and ethically? Now this can get more into the instantaneous, in the moment, should I be doing this thing? This may not be one of the things that is going to be like my entire life mission is hinged on this decision, but your moral and ethical base should inform the things that you do. Moral and ethical. Should I eat this orange? Should I eat this orange or not? That doesn't really seem to carry a lot of moral or ethical weight. Should I engage this person in this manner? Should I argue with them? Should I whatever? Does that fit into your moral and ethical base? So that is a second layer to the decision-making process. Does whatever it is that you're about to do fit into your moral and ethical base? And if it doesn't, then you probably shouldn't do it. And I would go on to say, if it doesn't fit into your moral and ethical base, then don't do it. With regards to physical actions within a romantic relationship, a lot of people have a moral code that they want to follow, and if this action doesn't fit into that, then you shouldn't be doing it. With regards to finances and money and honesty and those kinds of things, cheating on your income taxes, your moral and ethical base needs to inform those kinds of decisions. So that's the second topic in this should you even be doing it concept. So one more consideration regarding should you do this thing that's on your mind or should you not? And this is so we had, does this fit with what I'm trying to do? Does this fit with who I'm trying to be? Moral, ethical code, goals, missions, life. Lastly, does this interfere with, cause harm to, create some form of injustice for someone else? Now this is a difficult question, because sometimes doing the right thing requires getting someone else into a trouble situation because they're doing something that is illegal or dangerous or something like that. But let's say that's not the case. So now the case is, does your doing this thing cause harm to these other people? Does it create a case of injustice or unfairness or harm or pain or threat or danger? And that might mean that you shouldn't do it. And you're probably thinking, well, what would be an example of that? What would be an example of where if I do this thing, it's going to be unjust to other people? This is kind of complicated. Let's say you're an employer and you have an opportunity to save some money by changing the insurance plan. But it's going to be one of those really terrible insurance plans that really doesn't pay for anything, and in the long run your employees are just technically covered but they're not. Is this going to create harm for them? Is this going to create a situation that is unjust or unfair for them? And if it is, you need to really think long and hard, and you may be able to justify it by saying, well, if I don't save the money on the insurance policy, I'm going to have to fire them because I can't afford to pay for their insurance. It's very complicated, and I'm not trying to say this is like, just check these boxes off and life will be simple. Life is hard, and deciding what to do and what not to do is among the hard things in life. But I think these three global, sort of large scale decision points will help you decide should you or should you not be doing something. So I'll wrap this up with a review and then the outro. So here we go. Review. Does it fit with who you are, your life mission, your life goals? Number 2, does it fit with your moral and ethical and religious underpinnings? Does your moral, religious, ethical base, is it served by this decision or is it violated by this decision? And last, does this decision that you're considering making, does it create harm or injustice for someone else? If it does, answer the questions and it will help you decide should you or should you not be doing something. All right, I'm going to wrap this up like I promised. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please click the like button, sign up for notifications, leave me a comment, a question, a suggestion. I would love to hear more of your ideas about things that you would like for me to talk about. I would love to hear more of your ideas about things you would like for me to talk about in future videos. I'd like to try to address those things. Keep your eyes out for some of these student videos I'm doing. You can watch for those and see what you think if we're growing the next generation of YouTube creatives. I kind of hope that we are. I said this in another video. The ideal situation would be they would grow through this process to the point that they're like, thanks for your help, we're starting our own channel, we got our own equipment or whatever. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to see these guys. Not like I'm trying to get rid of them, so if you guys are watching, I'm not trying to get rid of you. I'm just saying you're going to outgrow me one day, and I'll, subscribe to your channel when you set that up. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I will see you. Don't forget to do all that stuff I said, about liking and subscribing in the next episode.